So today I'd like to focus on the types of acronyms that you're going to find when you start looking into teaching English abroad. Did you know that if you're a native English speaker, you're part of 5% of the world's population? It might seem like everybody speaks English these days, but although it's a growing group of people, it is still very hard to find native English speakers. That means you have a highly coveted skill, and you were almost born with it. So why don't we take advantage? So if you're like me, and you have a dream to travel the world, you can easily do that by just teaching other people the language that you grew up speaking. But first, we need to figure out what kind of certificates or certifications you need to get in order to take advantage of it. Since teaching English is a growing competitive market, I think it's best to get some kind of certification that's gonna make you a more competitive candidate. Like with any job, the more experience you have, the more likely you are to get hired, right? So with teaching English, it's no different. It usually starts with some kind of degree in school. That can be graduating high school, getting an associate's degree, or getting a bachelor's degree. But that depends on the country that you want to go to, and that's for another video. So, now that we've gotten that straightened out, let's get going into the 4 different types of teaching certificates that you can get to teach English. But before I even get into those, first you need to know a couple of different acronyms. ESL versus EFL. ESL stands for English as a Second Language, and EFL is English as a Foreign Language. They might sound super similar, but when you're looking into getting different certificates that allow you to teach one of those two things, they're going to be super different. ESL, English as a Second Language, is going to allow you to teach English in a native English-speaking country. So if you want to teach English in England, Australia, the United States, then you're going to be looking for ESL certification. But if you want to travel the world and see different places where you can teach English where it's not natively spoken, for example, Asia, most of Europe, Africa. Actually, there's a lot of English speaking in Africa. South America. Then you're going to want an EFL certification, English as a Foreign Language. That's going to allow you to teach in the countries where it's not natively spoken. ESL in general is going to be for teaching immigrants who have come to an English-speaking country to live and are now trying to integrate into society, but they need the language to do so. EFL means you are the foreigner entering a different country, and the people there just want to have a one-up in their job just the same as you do at this very moment. First one, TESOL, Teach English as Second Language. It's really simple, you should know what this means at this point. You're going to be teaching English to immigrants in an English-speaking country. 2, TEFL, Teach English as a Foreign Language. Again, should know what this means at this point. You're going to be teaching English abroad in a non-native English-speaking country. Say that 5 times fast. Non-native English-speaking country, non-native English-speaking country, non-native English-speaking country, non-native English. 3, TESOL, Teachers of English to Speakers of Other Languages. This type of certificate incorporates everything. If you want to be able to teach English to those living in native-speaking English countries or countries where they don't natively speak English, this is the certificate you want. It pretty much goes worldwide, and it incorporates both aspects of ESL teaching and EFL teaching. 4, CELTA, Certificate of English Language Teaching to Adults. This certificate is very similar to a TEFL certificate in that you're going to primarily be teaching in other countries where English is not the native language. But this type of certificate is world-renowned because it's awarded only by Cambridge University. The one thing to note about getting a CELTA certificate is you're going to have the best of luck getting a job where you got your certificate. Also, if you're looking to travel to multiple countries on the certificate, CELTA might not be the way to go. You might want to stick to TEFL or TESOL. So those are your 4 types of teaching certificates that you can get for teaching English, but there are other things to keep in mind. So look out for my next video where I'm going to talk specifically on the countries and what they each require. So stay tuned, because I'm going to give you next a country breakdown of what is required to teach English specifically for them and what benefits come with that. Plus, you're going to see where I'm headed and what steps I'm already taking to become certified and travel.